On October 22nd, my group and I, Iris, Finley, and Courtney, had the privilege to interview Melissa Fryar, an Appalachian herbalist and educator. The following audio is her speaking on everything medicines, herbs, and the resilience she contributes to the bigger picture that is Appalachia.
So I did a lot of self-study. I started learning Asheville is one of the most biodiverse regions in the world. So we were lucky to have lots of plants. So I did that. Then I went on to take a correspondence course with a really popular herbalist called Rosemary Gladstar. Plants are amazingly resilient. The biggest threat we have generally to plants is us. Like ginseng is a really popular plant and almost exclusively an Appalachian plant. In Cherokee medicine, it's really interesting how they look at the energetic of plants. So certain things like poison ivy is considered a warrior plant. It protects. They've actually found poison ivy growing near damaged or endangered plants. It's a protector, right? And so anytime you see disturbed ground, you find poison ivy. That's its role. It's a warrior. So you'll see something like big flood will come in. We had those floods, and that was underwater for about 3 to 5 weeks. What came back the next year were these plants that are specific to trauma, like Star of Bethlehem, vanilla, simple vanilla. It's considered a euphoric. Right? That's what it does. Think about vanilla, right? How it smells, how it tastes, how it makes everything delicious. You know, that's the energetic, the medicine of that plant. This was the currency of poor Southern Appalachia, right? You lived on a farm. All you had was your land and your family. And there was no money. That just wasn't a thing. You know, you grew what you needed, and what you couldn't grow, like a new cast iron pot or salt or coffee, you harvested your amount of ginseng and then you went and traded it, you know, at the general store so that you could get the things that you needed that you could not produce on your own farms. Really, we're just so lucky. Like I said, this is one of, if not the most biodiverse region in the world. We can grow circumpolar things, so you can go to Mount Mitchell and harvest chaga, which is a mushroom that's high elevation, circumpolar, right? We can grow, you head down the mountain a little bit and we can grow Mediterranean herbs, things that are very dry, you know, things that like it a little bit hot. So being a plant lover and being in this region is just amazing. And the resiliency of the people who didn't have money or didn't have access to health care, who came up with these on their own. And you will find, I know herbalists who use one plant. That's all they use, because you know what? That's what they had available. They adapted to what they had and what was available and what their knowledge was. People revere these plants, and it's our job to protect them, you know? And I think sometimes being an herbalist and loving these plants, you do protect them, you know, because of that love. So I love being an herbalist, of course. It's definitely off the beaten path of I guess, career choices, but I will never be bored. You know, the more you learn about anything in nature is wonderful.
My group and I would like to thank Melissa Fryar for her time and her patience she showed us as we interviewed her during her business hours. You made our project not only possible, but a joy to work on.